4 years ago is when I actually started to get into sports, and back then I wasn't very good. And now you might wonder, how did I improve? How did I become better? And it's by doing these few steps. So today I'm going to be teaching you the 5-step guide on how to become a better athlete. So number one, you're probably going to expect this, and it's sleep. Now, why is sleep so important? Number one, it's for muscle recovery. Sleep repairs and strengthens muscle after your workout. So what do you think is going to happen? If you sleep, that only means more recovery, and more recovery
means a whole better workout, a whole better next workout, better recovery, more muscle mass, stronger the next time.
It's just, bro, it's unlimited benefits. It gives you an energy boost, which is really important, because a lot of the times you might not go 100% in training because you don't have enough energy. It also helps your focus, so this could help you in training, in school, in all of these different environments where focus is really important. And how do you get good focus? By getting good sleep. Now make sure you're not doing these two mistakes, and that's undersleeping and oversleeping, because a lot of people try not to undersleep, and that's good, but a lot of people forget that they also don't want to oversleep. If you've ever slept like more than 10 hours maybe, you feel really bad when you wake up. And it's the same thing here. Probably the sweet spot is going to be 7 to 9 hours. That's what I'd say. But for some people, like me for example, I can't get 7 hours of sleep. I need 8 to 9. And it's just about different people and how you function. And you have to understand how you function and how much sleep you need, and then you want to change up your routine to benefit you by getting more sleep or less sleep. But that just depends on you. Number two, a lot of people skip this particular part, and especially in sports that involve balls. Wait, hold up, not in a weird way. Actually though, strength training is so important, and a lot of people don't do strength training, and it just, like, it's so crazy to me how you don't do strength training as an athlete. The first thing that it does is it gives you way more power. Now, it depends on what sport you do, but I think in every sport it can give you more power. In football, if you train legs, especially if you train them explosively, you're gonna get way more power. In basketball, you can get way more power in your shots and your passes if you train stuff like shoulders, triceps, I think forearms also, I'm not sure. And in my sport, Muay Thai, or other sports like martial arts, it's so important to do strength training. It can also do stuff like prevent injuries, and that's really, really important. The other thing is it can help endurance a lot. And this isn't what you think. When I say endurance, I don't mean cardiovascular endurance, I mean endurance in the muscles. So if you've ever been sparring and you don't actually feel tired, but your shoulders feel tired. Now also, if you're a high level athlete, you always need a good brand, and a good body is a good brand. Now also, this has to do with being outside of the gym. So in your everyday life, it's really good to have a good body, a good physique. These stuff are really important, and what you have to consider is, even though you want to get better as an athlete, you also want to get better in everyday life. So that's why I think building a good body and strength training is really important. Number three, your diet. Now I think out of all of them, let me just check. So I'm checking my script. Out of all of them, I think this is the hardest one, and simply because it's actually hard to do. A lot of people who are way better than me, by the way, in my sport, which is Muay Thai, some people that are way better than me, I eat way better than. Now they are way better than me, but all these people are older, right? Like, I don't want to suck my own thing, but like, in fairness, they are all older, and I am competing with them, which just shows you that having a good diet is good. But at the same time, these people could be so much better if they just fix their diet. The first reason for this is energy. So when you have a good diet, you actually have really good energy. And what this does is helps you in training and in competitions and in everything. This can really, really, really help you. Just having energy, and I keep talking about energy in this video. Sleep helps with your energy. Your diet helps with your energy. Other stuff that I'm going to talk about helps with your energy, because having good energy is really going to help you. Also, this helps with recovery. Now, maybe, yeah, you might be thinking, wait, how does food help you with your recovery? But let me explain. A proper nutrition helps with stuff like recovery for the muscles. Now, let me explain why. If you have a good diet, then you're getting a lot of protein in, and then this can help your muscles grow bigger. When your muscles grow bigger, that means they have more endurance and more stuff like that. So now also health, and this is just for every single type of health. Just you have a good body, a good system because you're eating good. This is like normal. This is stuff that everyone knows. If you have a good diet, then you have a good body. Now this one I love talking about, I love explaining, and I love helping people with this, and it's brain fog. Have you ever had some unhealthy ass, like bitch ass, gay ass meal? Oh my god, bro, when I see one of those, I'm done. Like when I eat one of those, I can't think properly. I can't think, and that's why before school I've changed up what I eat on breakfast. On my breakfast, I've changed it up so much from last year to this year. This year for my breakfast, I just have a banana, black coffee, then sometimes I'll have something extra like turkey and cheese sandwich, something like high protein to start off my day. But oh my god, brain fog, bro, brain fog, I fucking hate it, man. So good nutrition helps with brain fog because then you can actually focus on what's going on in training and outside of training, because the biggest thing about being an athlete is you don't just focus about what you do in training. What you do outside of training is also really important. And that brings me on to my next point, which is what you do outside of the gym. So the first thing, and let me cook with this, is telling people that you do your sport, or making your personality, not all of your personality revolve around your sport, but a big part of it revolve around your sport. So people know you and then they think about your sport. Now, obviously, it's not like every single time someone sees you, they're gonna think, oh, this guy does Muay Thai, this guy does BJJ, this guy does football, this guy does basketball. No, but like you realize it. Like they know if someone says Muay Thai, Omar, there, I thought of you. Like it's stuff like that, do you get me? Also with this is learning about your sport, searching up about your sport, learning new stuff about your sport. If you do martial arts, the best thing that you can do, and I used to do this in fight camp, is watch other people fight and really like get immersed into it. Like just think, imagine yourself in that fight. Imagine, oh, I would do this, I wouldn't do that. The same thing there. You can do that. Watch your sport is really going to help with you getting better in your sport. Not only that, but just learn about your sport, learn more. You can learn about the traditions, you can learn about how it started, you can learn about skills, stuff like that. Learn about, watch like documentaries about your favorite person in that sport, your idol. Watch how his routine is, how stuff like that is. That's really gonna help you. I remember in my first ever fight in fight camp, I was training and we were doing sparring, and in sparring, me and my older brother were sparring, and my knee banged off his knee. Now I don't know why, the way that happened was his one went into my one, so his knee hurt way less, my knee hurt way more, and this like did something to my knee. It fucked it up in some way, and I had kind of fluid or something. I forgot what it was exactly, and this was like 2 weeks before fight camp. Oh, I was so scared. I was actually so scared. I was so scared that it's gonna actually affect my fight. Now thankfully it was good after. Alhamdulillah, it was good after, but oh my god, yeah. But seeing that, like in that circumstance, it's different because I didn't know I was gonna get an injury. Like I was just sparring and then it happened. I stopped after that. Like I didn't train, or if I did train, I either like didn't do anything to have to do with legs, or I would train like something to have to do with legs, but I just keep it light as hell. Now number 5 and the final thing is the extras, and I think this is my favorite part because the small stuff like this is what changes you from being in that 70% zone up to that 30% zone. And what I mean by this is stuff like this is the stuff that not a lot of people are doing, and because you do that, that gives you competitive advantage. So first one is vitamins. I love my vitamins, and I hate that so many people don't use supplements. Actually, let me go get them. Now obviously I have a bit more, but these are the ones that I keep in my room. Vitamin D, ashwagandha, whatever this is, and this. So vitamins, what do? Basically, they just give you competitive advantage. Like each one of these has a different reason. And I definitely made a few videos about it on my TikTok, so you can just check what each vitamin does there. But it's so important to have vitamins. Each one of these has a different reason. The best one is probably vitamin D, especially because I live in a place like Ireland. It's just little stuff like that. Next one is have fun with your sport. I love this so much because this is what keeps you invested in the sport. You see a lot of people who take their sport too seriously, because you have to take your sport seriously, but you also want to have a bit of fun with it. And let me show you. This is my biggest example of have fun with your sport. This right here. So if you don't know what this is, it's a thing where you like put it on your head like that and you start punching the ball. And oh my god, do I love this. And the reason why is because sometimes I feel like I've done all of my workouts during the day, I finished everything, but I just want to do something chill, something light, but something fun. So I just put the headband on, start boom, 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 like that. I love it, man. You have to have fun with your sport. Now, next up is talk to people that are better, but I'm gonna give you one even better. Rather than talking to people who are actually more skilled than you, you can go a step above that and you can actually become friends and learn rather than just talk, learn from the people who are more skilled than you. This has helped me so much because I'm way younger in my club, and especially when I joined at first, I was way younger than most of the other people, but because I actually put up a bit of a challenge at first when I was bad, I got a little bit of respect, and then I started being friends with a lot of them, learning from them, which made me better and better and better. You have to learn from the people who are better than you. You have to put your ego away, and that's the hardest part. Now, after this, I'm going to make a video about recovery, but here, just basic recovery, stuff like cold showers, what's it called, the heat cream thing, sleep, obviously. Basic recovery, yeah. That's really good. Stretching, stuff like that. It's a warm down or cool down, one of them. The like little stretching thing that you do after your workout. No, not your workout, like your Muay Thai training. That also, stuff like that is good. Just basic recovery. I'm gonna make a more like in-depth video about recovery, but yeah, basic recovery. Next up, find friends who like the same sport as you. So a lot of my friends also do Muay Thai, and some of them got inspired by me, some of them just did it by themselves, some of them did it before me. And it's really good to have friends like that you can learn with, share experiences with. You guys can just learn together. That's like really, really good. So I think that is going to be the last point of today's video. So thank you so much for watching. I actually cannot wait to edit this. Like, I don't know, I just like editing, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.